Ooh, welcome back to your Idiot League Mates. All right, Friday morning, Steelers versus Browns just happened. We got some matchups we got to go over. Nick, Gut, and JL for maybe the second time on the couch.
Feels like forever.
Yeah, it's been far too long. You've been winning too many games for you to not show up and show your face. You know, you've been a silent killer all year.
You were here, you were 0-3.
Yeah, well,
Like,
that's
crazy.
Damn.
Yeah.
I forgot you started at 0-3.
Yeah.
that was.
And then you beat the
brutal.
fuck out of me in week 4.
You're the most points for him was 0-3.
I pretty much only lose or win in streaks. It's like I lost 0-3, and then I've won 4, and then now I've lost 2 again.
I like it though. You went 0-3. You were like, you know what? I'm going ghost mode. I'm going silent till I fix this
Gotta
ship,
lock
and you
in.
turned around.
I'm leaving the company.
Yeah.
Gotta
Taking
focus.
my pregnancy break.
Pregnant.
What is it? What is the word for it?
Maternity leave.
Maternity leave. That was the
pregnancy
word. That was the
break.
phrase I was looking for. But I knew mid sentence. I was like, I'm not gonna get this. It ain't coming to my tongue yet.
Here at BDG, we offer pregnancy breaks.
We're
Pregnancy
taking
break.
baby timeouts.
Baby.
All right, let's get into some matchups here. I'm going to start with mine because that's all anyone
Not
actually
starting-
cares about.
Because
Not
you
starting
sat
Nick
Nick Chubb.
Yeah,
Oh.
so Najee Harris threw up kind of a down game, 7.5 points, whatever. The big decision was to not play Nick Chubb last night, who went off for 19 points.
Who are
It
you gonna
was-
flex that now though?
Yeah.
Laporta?
So, I mean, I thought maybe Laporta, maybe Ricky Pearsall. I also have been in trade talks with sending away Amari Cooper and BTJ who are on bye. And so I didn't want to start Nick Chubb, have him flop, and then have someone be like, okay, I'm down to do the trade, and then I don't really have a spot to use him in my lineup.
No, fair. That was tough. You were texting me last night about. He was like, "Are you doing the rankings or is Adam on the website?" He's like, "Why is Nick Chubb so high?" He was like looking for any reason not to start Nick Chubb.
So, dude, I looked at like anybody who made rankings, I was looking where Nick Chubb was ranked, and most people had him. Like, most people had Lockett, Chubb, and Pearsall all within, like, a 5-spot ranking,
Listen,
except for ours. On the BDG, Nick Chubb was way the fuck up there, and I'm freaking out, like, what am I missing? Like, this dude's been so bad. Steelers are so good. Total is so low. Why the fuck should I play Nick Chubb?
the irony of it is, like, he didn't even play good. Like, he wasn't good in the game. He just had 20 attempts.
That's a J.K. Dobbins stat line right there.
Yeah.
No, for real. Like,
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is.
It's
But-
fantasy though. Don't
Yeah.
fuck him out of.
Najee Harris had the same benefit, and he didn't do the same thing.
Yeah,
Right.
no,
Yeah,
exactly.
it's
it's
fair.
just about finding the end zone. So, like, for you not to play him, it wasn't like you can't predict that he's just going to get in the end zone twice. So,
Who's
Yeah.
your QB1?
My QB1's Purdy, who was
Okay.
also banged up. Yes,
Yeah,
I realized
you're
that.
following
I realized
Grant
that.
Cohen.
No, you can't do Grant Cohen.
I agree, but like the vibes are weird right there.
No, they are
There's
weird,
a chance
but-
Purdy's not playing.
I don't know if he's not playing, but he'll probably play banged up.
who's his backup?
It's at this point, it's gonna be Brandon Allen. I
Brandon
think
Allen.
over Dobbs.
I looked immediately and I was like, "Whoa, you can't do anything with Brandon out."
No, I don't think so. I mean, first things first. Fuck
You
Grant Cohen, but like, no,
Yeah.
Brock Purdy
Dobbs
actually
would
is.
come in and be a Spock.
I don't think he'd play over Allen. Though.
He's 3 on the depth chart, but it would be kind of fire if he
It
could
would
play.
a little bit.
Purdy
but, like-
Swift is DNP'd up and shit.
but I have Roshan, so I'm
Okay.
kind of hoping Swift doesn't play, to be honest, because then Roshan just gets
combine it
everything.
all. I didn't
right?
realize you had Roshan.
Yeah,
I thought Andrew had him.
he
But yeah.
dropped him last Saturday. After I was trying to trade him Roshan, I was trying to give him a piece on my bench for Roshan to get my handcuff. Wouldn't give me anything. Ended up dropping him.
Nah, this is a massive week, and JMO obviously made the trade. I regret not
Right.
doing the trade with JMO because he originally offered me Drake May, G-Dub for DK.
I can't. Yeah, I'm surprised you didn't take that.
I
Let's
was-
talk about that.
Yeah,
trade.
I
So-
mean, it was accepted. Like, I only had literally 30 minutes until Adam took it on the other side.
30 minutes.
Yeah, no,
That's a
I was
long
like,
time.
I was just overthinking the fact of the Jets have nothing to play for. Like, Rodgers has looked objectively bad. They have a semi-tough schedule. It's like,
we need to stop with the they have nothing to play for.
I know, dude.
narrative.
I need to stop.
Because like people are playing for their jobs, so
So-
like, they do
Aaron
have something
Rodgers
to play
playing
for.
his pride.
Right. Like,
So Adam and JMO made a trade 2 days ago. It was Adam's first trade on the year. You know, we're like, he has to make a trade. He has to make a trade to improve his team. He sent Mike Evans and who's the second player?
Dunze.
Adunze.
Evans and Adunze to JMO for Drake May and Garrett Wilson. And this is a super flex league. So to me, like, maybe I lean Mike Evans over Wilson. I don't even know that I feel that confident in it. Garrett has his bye. Evans' schedule down the stretch is fantastic. I just don't think there was enough of a gap between Evans and Garrett Wilson to throw Drake May in there.
But this is why I think JMO did a phenomenal job with his trade is this game is going to be pivotal in who makes playoffs in the Pookie Bear division. Garrett Wilson on bye versus Mike Evans, who is playing against the Giants. Drake May is his third quarterback. Most weeks, I mean, like maybe some weeks you want to play Drake May over Geno, but I don't think there's a huge gap there.
Yeah,
like
both his quarterbacks are passed by.
Right,
so-
like it's a extra piece that he can use to win this week. If I don't win this week, which is not looking great, my chances of making playoffs are virtually none.
Yeah.
Yes.
I would need to win the next two. JMO would have to lose the next two. So
It's also vice versa, though,
I
isn't
get
it?
it, but like,
But
It's a must-win week for JMO, too. It's the same.
I would
you
say
have to lose.
JMO, I think if I lose this week, my chances of making playoffs are like 5%. Where if I
have you
win,
and JMO played once already or no?
yeah.
Yeah.
At this point, you've played your division rival at least once.
Okay.
I think if I win, I'll be up a game with 2 weeks left. Based on how my team's faring out, I still think I lean like maybe 60-40 against JMO. But if I lose, I'm like out of it.
Yeah.
So I think it was a great play for JMO. Even before the Mike Evans trade, I was already kind of him leaning towards like having the advantage. If like I was going down position by position, I was like, I think our quarterbacks kind of cancel each other out. It basically JMO had the advantage with like Brock Bowers over Henry, and then had the advantage like Gibbs over any of my running backs, right? And now it just adds another piece where it's like Mike Evans is a big advantage over anything I have other than Tyreek. So
Yeah. I get it. I just
obviously Adam makes the trade because what's the difference between Evans and Wilson? And now you're finally adding a quarterback.
For
Like,
him, I think it was more quarterback than it was anything. Like he needed one so bad, and May
Right.
is solid. to
yeah,
where-
I thought that was an easy one for him. Obviously,
it's a smash for Adam, but I do think it does help JMO a lot.
Yeah, it should have been a smash for Guttis.
I
I'm a
guess.
cone.
It's tough. Yeah, I mean, the bye week is just so important in those trades because if you think about it, there's 3 weeks left. So a player sells a bye, they're literally missing 33% of your remainder of your season. So it's definitely important. Who else does JMO have on his bench that he like would have ended up flexing?
So Worthy
okay,
and Waddle were like the sketchy starts that I
he
felt
also
good
picked up,
about.
Yeah, DeVito.
Right. He also picked up DeVito, who's now his QB3 in case of emergency.
Yeah,
But
I meant more so like if he didn't have Wilson this week, Waddle
Right.
would have went up into 3. He would have played.
basically
Wicks
he
or
was
something.
starting
Yeah.
both Worthy and Waddle, which I felt good about going up against because we know those dudes have floors.
Yeah.
Now it's like he only has to play one of them instead of both.
Yeah, I get it. I still don't think I would have made that trade if I was JMO.
That's a move I would have made for sure if I was JMO.
Would you have done it for DK if you were JMO?
If I was JMO,
Instead
Yeah.
of getting Mike
Like
Evans
Mike
back,
Evans,
if
you
you
get
did it for
DK.
DK.
I would rank Evans over DK. He literally gets the Giants, the Raiders. He gets Carolina 2 more times, I think, before the end of the season.
Yeah, his
Evans'
schedule's
schedule is like
light.
elite, and I get it, but I just like I'm not that confident that Evans outscores Garrett Wilson remainder of season, and then to add on Drake May feels like a lot.
I think it would have been sketchy if he did it for like Jaden Reed, because now you're taking Jaden Reed out of this week's lineup and adding in Mike Evans, and then it's like, does Mike
Yeah.
Evans even outscore Jaden Reed? But the fact that Wilson's on bye this week, you're guaranteed
JMO's just
to
playing
have.
to get into the playoffs.
Right. This
Like,
is essentially like to get into the
You have to
playoffs.
just get into the race.
He just doesn't feel that desperate to me. Like honestly, I would put like where the standings are right now. If he didn't make the trade, I would still give him like an 80% chance to make the playoffs over you.
He still would have had the advantage of winning this week, even before the trade. But I think I think before the trade, things could have got sketchy if Gibbs has like a down game and like, again, like Worthy continue to struggle, Reed continue to struggle, Waddle continue to struggle. Like, I don't know if a ton of his dudes were producing. Like, again, I think his big advantage was having like Brock Bowers over like Hunter Henry, who I'm playing. Like, I realize Christian Watson and Tyler Lockett are not good assets, but like Worthy and Waddle have been scoring just as much as they have.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
similar tiers. Evans
So-
is still dealing with that hamstring too, which is there's risk there.
I agree. Like I don't even know. He'll probably play, but I'm not sure it's 100% either.
The most infuriating part was I was trying to get Evans from Adam before he made that trade, where I was like, dude, I will give you like BTJ, Amari, like I will give you your handcuff Mason, I will throw in Nick Chubb, like what, like I want Mike
Sounds
Evans
like a
so
bunch
bad.
of trash.
Maybe, but
Yeah.
like I was trying.
Would you trade Brock Purdy in general?
Yeah, probably. I thought about tearing down from one of the quarterbacks to pick up, like, if I could do a quarterback and a receiver or something. Yeah, at this point, I would probably do that. I sent out in the group chat a couple days ago, like, Amari Cooper and BTJ are leaving my team. I don't give a fuck who it's to. Like, I'm getting starting players for them, and, like, no one's hit me up for them. Like,
You
they're-
sound surprised.
I am. If I was, like,
Because fucking no one has. If T Law doesn't come back, which it's far from a guarantee. BTJ's value is like it's in the trash.
I don't know if
Similar to
it's
Waddle.
like in the trash. He did score 13 points.
Right,
last
that's
week
like
without,
the best you're gonna get from him
It's
going
similar to
forward.
Without a
Waddle or
touchdown,
Lockett,
though.
where they could have pop
Right.
off weeks. But
Mac Jones is gonna throw one touchdown over like every 2 weeks.
All right. Well, sure. I think if Mac Jones is playing BTJ as what, like a wide receiver, I still think he's like a wide receiver 3, which is not not something that people are like clamoring for. But obviously, if T-Law comes back, this dude was like a top 12 receiver.
Sure, but like that's
a big risk.
so risky to trade from now with no actual reports of whether or not he comes back.
I guess so. I just think it's more.
Like Twitter reports.
I feel like I haven't even seen good ones about that.
I've been sending him good.
Yeah,
Twitter
he's been
reports.
just spamming me with fucking
Deepak,
Twitter
what's the
reports.
doctor's name? Deepak.
Deepak, yeah.
Yeah.
sending you positive
Yeah,
reports
no,
and then trade
100%.
offers in between.
And then I look up
Yeah.
Trevor Lawrence injury on Twitter. It's negative. The entire thing.
You found the one.
He found
the one
the
positive.
that's like, yep, he's back.
If we weren't doing divisions and this was just like normal fantasy league where I'm like tied for 5th and
Dude,
like
fifth would be a movie. If
right,
we were
like
a
there's
regular.
there's 5 teams tied with the same record as me.
Yeah.
In this case, I would feel fine staying pat, being like, it doesn't look good for me this week, but like I'm getting BTJ, Amari Cooper back next week. The problem is we're doing these divisions. I need to win this game. This is kind of like my last.
Yeah,
this is
Casey
like
fucked you
this is
over.
my last swing at like
Gotta
keeping
pull a
my
J-Mo.
season alive.
Yeah,
So.
gotta get a deal done. Or
I'm
something.
just surprised me being like so visibly desperate to get these dudes off my team. The best I got is like Jack offering me like, or Casey offering me like Noah Brown. Like no one else has any fucking interest.
That's diabolical.
That's what I mean, dude. I might just trade him to him just to prove a point that I like. It was like I was gonna trade these dudes no matter what.
Yeah, I mean, you need to just get pieces for this week. I mean, Tyler Lockett's not bad against Arizona, but you don't feel good about either him or Watson. Just 'cause
I actually
their
kind of
floors
feel
are
good
so
about
low.
Watson. It's Ricky P who I'm gonna have to end up playing in my flex, who I don't feel good about.
Yeah, I mean, I'm
It's either him or Laporta.
I'm taking JMO by a lot.
Yeah, until I make a fucking move, which
Maybe.
I hopefully can.
Yeah,
I mean, as it stands right now, no, it's not particularly close.
yeah.
You got a lot of players on your team who could just randomly pop off, like who have
Yeah.
a tendency to randomly pop off. So
The floor is
Like
super
double
low,
H's.
but Tyler Lockett, remember what he did to the Cardinals that one time?
Yeah,
40
200
years
yards,
ago.
3
Yeah.
touchdowns.
There we
It
go.
is. I mean, he does have Geno, so like maybe there's a little offset. Like you have guys that have ceiling. He has guys that
Have ceiling to
that
and floors.
he has guys that like see their ceilings through.
Yeah,
every week
for sure.
You know what I mean? Like there's a difference there.
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts.
JMO for show.
It's
Yeah.
not looking good.
All right, Jehovah.
All right, let's go to another matchup here. Casey and Nick.
I'm gonna be honest. I've gone into almost every matchup this year being like, I think I could win this week. This one, awful. The buys are too strong. My matchups
Pickens,
are
that
awful.
touchdown,
I agree.
that was.
I've never.
in-
I can't.
I think he just lost it. Like, I don't think
It
he
was just
able
like
to track
right
it.
there, like perfectly wide open. Like
You
what
would
is
think,
happening?
but it was snowing so fucking hard. Like, I genuinely think he just didn't track it.
I can't. They gotta stop putting my players on prime time. It's
Like,
just,
it was-
it's just devastating every single.
I had his
time.
over. He needed 10 yards. That catch would have put him over. I was devastated watching.
I
it,
knew when he
dude.
went deep, I was like, "Oh, that's the Pickens." I see
Yeah.
Pickens wide open. I'm like, "What the fuck just happened?"
Yeah, it just
there?
missed.
maybe
Like,
he
Yeah.
needs it
just-
to be contested. Maybe
Yeah,
he
that's
can't
facts.
catch it
When it's
unless
too open, he
Yeah.
won't go for it.
Gets in his
Yeah,
head.
that felt like a little bit of a dagger. I don't know. Like I feel like I went into the game projected to lose by about 8 points. Jameis didn't have a good game, and now I'm projected to lose by 20. I don't know how that happened, but whatever.
I think
Yeah.
Pickens was just supposed to. Have
They
that
probably had
touchdown.
Pickens.
They've
I don't
had
think
Pickens
ESPN
high.
factors in weather. They just had
Right.
Pickens at 17.
There's like Pickens a
projected
wide
points.
receiver 1.
Yeah, Pickens
carry.
low key just been so good. He's like such a good player. It's
If
not
it
really coming
wasn't,
through.
yeah, if it wasn't the weather too, I think like he had some opportunities to have some
Sure.
big shots,
Yeah.
especially down the stretch. They threw it deep to him 3 different times in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, good to see. A little too late, obviously, for me now, but yeah, I don't know.
Have to play Minshew this week.
Yeah, yeah, I have to because
Danny
Rodgers
Minch
is on a
versus
bye.
Denver.
Yeah, no, there's not. My team is not set up well. Even with him having the whole Atlanta team on a bye, my matchups are bad. Like
Tucker Kraft was such a good pickup this morning. I meant
I
to
can't
put a
believe
waiver in.
I can't believe Sexy dropped him.
I mean, he did have Tucker Kraft is probably one of those dudes who got dropped in like a ton of leagues that needs to be picked up.
Yeah, I'm very in on a Green Bay bounce back this week. My only problem is now that I just dropped like $11 on Zach Ertz for the 1 week I needed a Kyle Pitts fill in, and now I'm like, okay, do I just start Tucker Kraft?
you-
over
I think
Ertz
so.
now?
Did you just
I
start
think so.
Kraft almost over Minshew against Denver?
I don't think it's crazy.
Like
I think it's
like,
crazy, but I don't think it's crazy.
Yeah, like
Is how-
Minshew Juju against Denver is scary.
I mean, I could put him in over Pierce. Ugh, am I really gonna start Ertz and fucking-
No, Pierce you got to have just because Detroit's pass defense
Right,
is
and
still
I have
horrendous.
a Rich, so hopefully we hit on a little upside there.
I think Pierce is a great play. Like, obviously he can score you like 5, but his ceiling is there. Like, against Detroit, they're gonna take deep shots to him.
yeah,
His floor is 0 though.
my
So-
only hope here is like his running backs have unreal matchups. Jefferson at Chicago is tough. Devontae Smith is back-to-back DNPs with a
He's also
hamstring.
just kind of a bot.
He's been a bot, yeah. But, like, still,
League
if he's
winner, though.
out, then the targets now go to A.J. Brown, which is a little bit of a swing for me. Kittle, if Purdy doesn't play or something, I don't know.
Cup on
That's
DeJean.
yeah.
That's gonna be a
White on white crime.
movie. That's gonna be the matchup of the century. White on white. Who's the
Yeah.
fucking better player?
Every player, it feels like, of his is in a matchup with a 50-point total, which is not fun.
Maybe Justin Jefferson gets game scripted out though.
This is gonna be the
All goes
this.
to
In
Addison.
favor of Jordan Addison.
This will be
Yeah.
the week Devontae Smith doesn't play, then Noah Brown for some reason gets you 30.
Yeah.
Like that would be the exact.
Yeah. I mean, like, his team is not that strong this week. It's just that my team is
Also not
really lacking a lot of power.
Casey's team feels like it's kind of matchup proof.
Agreed.
How did this happen?
He just
It really just drafted well. A lot of
Yeah.
things broke his way.
Yeah, and it wasn't. I would say his draft was probably the best because it wasn't like he benefited from a lot of outside injuries too. You know what I mean? It wasn't like a lot of players got injured so that his players like stepped up
Sure.
and went into a great spot. He just
he also
nailed.
made good trades. Like
Mhm.
like he made some good trades.
He sold me BTJ at a great time for sure.
And just getting Demont's always a win. It feels like
But what was the other trade? I mean, I guess he
got-
consolidated a lot of pieces for Cup.
Yeah.
that looks kind of good right now after last night. Like he got rid of Tillman, and Tillman's been kind of
He
like a flop.
texted me
Yeah.
like a minute before Tillman got that concussion and like wobbled. He was like, I need 5 yards from Tillman to hit this like parlay or whatever. And Tillman catches it, 4-yard catch, dies from a concussion, and he goes, well, now I have Tua. All right.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm still gonna take Casey to win. Dude's rolling.
Yeah, no, my team. Like, look at the bottom half team. It's unserious.
The top half looks.
I would
shit.
play Kraft over Ertz though. I think.
I probably will. I don't trust Ertz at all.
Nah.
Fuck him.
Against Dallas? I feel good
Yeah,
about it.
but it's also like with the way that Washington's offense is set up, that kind of just feels like they're gonna run the ball 45
Yeah,
times and
true.
not need to throw it.
For sure.
Like Houston last week. I mean, I don't know who like popped off in the passing game for him.
Yeah, no.
You know, there wasn't really like any big passing game. It was like Joe Mixon just going crazy.
It's also, did you see the graph of the Cliff Kingsbury effect of quarterbacks? Like early season, their QBR is like
Oh,
all
and
the
then
way up here.
when they
By
have tape on them,
December,
it's like-
it is
yeah.
drastically lower.
I agree that was an issue in Arizona. I'm still kind of hesitant to be like that's happening here in Washington.
Agreed.
though.
I think
Yeah.
Jaden
No,
Daniels.
I'm
has
just
proven
saying
to me
it's-
he's like good enough to not not to be
I
a
think
thing.
I think Jaden Daniels is like genuinely hurt. I
Yeah,
feel
I'm
like-
not saying it's him or anything. I'm just saying it's the trend is hilarious of just like it's so consistent.
Yeah, I do
For
think I'm
sure.
gonna go Tucker Kraft over Ertz now that I got him though.
Big dub.
Huge
That
dub.
that Niner Packer game I think has like 70-point potential in it.
Yeah,
The Niners defense might be shot with no Bosa and then like
Brandon Allen. Yeah,
Brandon now about to be a movie on my squad.
for sure.
Give me Nick's team in this one.
yeah.
Yeah, going
JL
with a little bit of an upset.
believes.
I think
Coming in with the
Casey
hot
has
takes.
benefited a lot from positive variance.
Okay,
He's got like most teams, he's got one of the lowest points against.
Casey?
this is
Yeah.
the week my team pops.
He's
And I think Nick has. I think it's a combo of two things. Casey has a good team, and he's had good positive variance. Nick has a bad team, and he's had negative variance. I think we
They
get the
so
variance
do.
switch.
yeah, you think
I do need some luck. Like the amount of games I've lost with under like 2 or 3 points, all of them
It's
is like
insane.
actually crazy.
You also think about the weeks Casey like put up actual duds. Like one of them was against Joe who put up 50 points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The other one was I think Sexy who put up like 70. Like he's had some bad weeks where like
Yeah.
he's put up 107, 120, and he just finds a way to win.
It just felt like last week was the week for me to beat Casey.
yeah.
Yeah.
It just didn't happen.
You know what this is lining up for though? Like Casey gets a bye, week 16, L. Like this has all the makings for your classic like how the fuck did
That's
I lose
right.
in the first round
Let's
of
actually
playoffs?
have a conversation here.
true.
Because
if you don't win, who do you want to win the league?
that has like a legitimate shot of winning.
Yes. Because I don't want anyone to win the league. That's
Yeah.
like how fantasy works. It's like I don't want a single one of you motherfuckers to win the league.
I
Thank
feel like
you.
my answer is JMO, but that's just because he's like innocent.
is like
he's just like innocent. Like
He's like bottom of the list.
Yeah, he would.
Don't want him.
See,
winning.
I don't The reason why I don't want
You're
J-Mo,
easily top of the list for me.
That you want me to win?
yeah,
I think his
I'd be
comments
down
in the
with it.
chat though would drive me insane. Like he would be
Would love for
he'd be the
JL.
most passive aggressive person.
JL
for
might be
rest
the
of
only
year.
person I would be like genuinely like cool. JL won the league.
J-Mo, I think, would be good for the brand, but I also
He would save your ass.
hate the lack of adversity that J-Mo has had to go through this season.
Can't have
Everything has been
Zeroed.
felt like such a cupcake walk where I'm just like, fuck you, J-Mo. Like, no fucking
He'd
way.
be winning too much shit. He can't be winning.
J-Mo's right behind Casey, and like that positive variance has just been sprinkling him all season.
Yeah.
If Sexy makes the playoffs, he
No,
would be
I
annoying
could
as fuck.
not.
He would be
He
annoying
would
as
be
fuck,
so
but I
annoying.
would respect the season he had.
Yeah, he
Sure.
fought for it.
If he he loses,
I'm not
Dak
talking
and
about
he had
respect.
this-
I'll respect anyone who wins it, but I don't want any of the.
I think
Sure.
mine's gonna be the
you
most.
and then maybe Adam. Adam, I would be
Adam,
okay with that.
I was
Adam,
just about to say, I
yeah.
think Adam, I'll take. Just had a kid.
Just a
take the
respectable guy.
5K.
I'm like,
Definitely
okay.
be a movie. If Adam wins this from having no quarterback,
Yeah,
That's,
like, that
that's
was
the other
his-
thing. Like going
Like-
with the almost counter strategy that everyone was going with. I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those are the two. You and Adam would be two. I'm like, cool. Like, happy for you guys, you know?
Yeah.
Good guys. Glad they won. Like, won't be fucking annoying and obnoxious about it.
Casey just like wouldn't. I don't know if actually Casey would be annoying.
He would be my 3. He would be easy my 3. Right underneath you two.
It just would be a bad look on us.
Sure.
But I don't think he would be annoying about it.
It's not even a bad look. It's like it's fantasy football personified.
No,
Right.
I think
It's exactly how
I
it
think
works.
Casey, if he wins the league this year, come next draft year, he will not shut the fuck up.
Fair. And I
Maybe.
wouldn't either, probably.
Maybe
but-
he's like staying humble right now.
Oh, 1,000%.
But then if he won it all, it'd be
100%. If
it'd
he
be
won it all, he
terrible.
would make a comment about everything.
Yeah.
sitting at 10-1, you got the luxury to do that.
But yeah, I would hate if you won. I would hate if you won.
Thank you.
You would be above him in like J-Mo, I think, and Sexy for sure.
At
Sexy
this
would be
point, though, with
insufferable.
my team, if I won, that would be one of the fantasy football miracles
Again, it's not about
of the
respect.
century.
I would respect anyone who won, but like in terms of people that would piss me off for winning, you're up there for sure. All of you
I feel
motherfuckers.
like Adam and I are just not here as much.
Correct.
So,
Yeah.
like the
Out of
frequency of
sight,
I
it.
also
out of
just don't think
mind.
you could say anything that would make me mad, really. Like, you would try to piss me off, probably, and I was just like, I don't care. Go fucking eat a vegan meatball or something.
I will.
All right. So, congrats, Casey, on your championship. Next matchup here, we got Jack versus Gut. Gut had a good game with Jalen Warren, which is kind of huge because
Yeah,
right now
horrible.
Big
you
for you,
don't
yeah.
actually have a quarterback.
I'm not going to need it. I mean, true.
You might need a quarterback,
You
but
could do worse than throwing fucking Tyron Tracy in there.
Yeah, no. Tyrone is my like
Your
QB2.
lineup is like fucking. Actually, I didn't see Ritter up there. But outside of Ritter, your lineup's very solid.
well, what I was gonna say is
Don't
like
like
if you were to
Ritter?
order,
Come on.
if you were to order your team and like realistically, Warren should be your super flex.
Yeah.
You know, so if you got 15 points out of like a bad quarterback in your
Yeah.
super flex, that's not bad. Like normally,
Yeah.
Jalen Warren isn't a dude you're playing.
No.
Yeah.
So
So yeah, I live with it.
If I could manually choose, if someone was like, you got to choose the worst combo of quarterback and defense for that quarterback to go against in fantasy, it would be Ritter versus
the
Denver.
Broncos. Well, guess what? Minshew's gonna get benched. Ritter's gonna come in, have a day, and then we'll be fine. You know?
Oh, I didn't even realize. Yeah, Ritter's not even the quarterback.
No, he's
What?
like,
yeah,
You're trying to fucking trade for Minstein?
right now, no, I'm good. That's why I'm saying I should have taken that May because it would have been like a lock of I just have a QB2. And
What
then
about Minshew for like the Pop?
for Pop?
That's like a fair trade, no?
Yeah, I mean, I would probably do that.
Bro, I am.
You guys are
I,
projected for low scoring.
I remember when you drafted Dobbins because he was my next pick.
Really? We
And
were
then
back
it
to
fucking
back.
hit.
Yeah. No,
Goddamn.
he's a fucking dog.
I was saying it's a low scoring projection for the most part.
Yeah, I mean, without a QB, the fact that I'm getting 108 is pretty tough.
Yeah, you do have a good lineup, but I think I take his team. It feels a little bit more well rounded right now.
yeah. I'm just gonna take Jack because you have a blank at quarterback.
No Chase and Burrow definitely makes the team look a lot worse.
I mean, could be worse though. Could be
Yeah, no.
projected to play against a team that
You
was
get a
like,
QB
340.
and the entire picture changes.
yeah.
Oh yeah, 100%.
You get Minstein and shit. It's just a movie.
I mean, for Pop, sure.
Minshew move. I was gonna pull back because I don't think I want to take that offer.
Do you guys?
I forgot that I have to play Minshew.
Yeah.
I feel like now that everyone's kind of back on Javante, this is a huge Audric estimate week.
For sure.
Yeah.
I'm
I
done.
mean, it's
Like,
also
I'm
tough.
not talking about
Chuba
their-
also Kansas City, very tough matchup, and the fact that Brooks will be getting work this week, that is like You don't know how much, but it's still a tough matchup. And he's now going to be splitting some carries. We'll see how that goes.
I don't. Yeah, I don't feel like super confident with Jack, but I would give him a slight lean. I think.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, Terry against Dallas, he should call.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna take Jack in a very low scoring game.
Yeah, I might be the what's it called? The
Bozo
this week.
I don't think so. I think you got enough good players going.
might happen if you don't play a quarterback, but it is what it is. You're fighting a different game than most of the league. Fighting a different fight. All right. Next matchup here, we got the Motley Crew Andrew versus Joe in another back-to-back here.
Joe can't catch a break. Like,
Yeah.
literally ever. Like, this brother goes through hell every week.
I don't love Andrew's lineup as a whole, but I think his running backs kind of just carry.
His running backs carry. I mean,
Puka's
both
good,
quarterbacks
too.
have great matchups.
Yeah, but I
Puka.
also kind of feel like Mahomes, is Mahomes going to throw a lot against Carolina?
That's fair. But then you look at Joe. It's like Darnold at Chicago. Impossible.
Totally. Yeah. No,
His saving grace would be so he has 2 Chiefs in his lineup. That could decide things a little bit. Like if KC ends up scoring 35 and like a lot of it goes to Kareem Hunt, that's definitely
D-Hop.
an outcome. Yeah. Well, I'm saying like because he'll get points for that, but
Yeah.
if most of it goes to the running back.
Kareem Hunt hasn't been doing super well though.
No, he just missed a touchdown last week, but other than that, he's been super solid. It really comes down to Pacheco if he plays and what kind of role he has.
Go down to Joe's bench. Thought he
too many
had
buys.
Yeah.
He needs to get rid of Kamara. I mean,
Tony mindset.
for real.
Tony, how many trades have you made?
A lot.
How many trade offers?
I don't think Joe's just continuing to trade off all the best assets on his team. You get rid of Kamara, and I don't think he has like any star power left.
I think you could probably trade Kamara for a piece that like doesn't have a buy though, and is probably like there's got to be contending teams who are like, okay,
I'll give you downs.
No, that's valid.
like
I keep forgetting we're playing like 2 different games here,
Right.
pretty much.
like Casey is locked into a buy, Guts almost locked into a buy, even like JL, like you're a
Nope.
game up, you don't feel good about it.
Not after losing to Sexy.
I guess so.
I wish
Now
I
I'm
could have just won last
mixed in
week,
with the
so
rest
this
of you punks.
could be done.
Have fun. I thought you were going to be competing with me for like the second. And I
Me
was like
too.
kind of worried.
I don't know. Andrew's team is good. I'm not trying to take away from it, but I just think like Debo, Thielen feel like holes. And then, I don't know, Hawkinson's kind of whatever. Has Hawkinson been doing well?
He like was, and then it's really on and off.
Yeah.
Can you go to Debo's game logs?
Yeah, why is Debo a hole?
He's just a cone.
I guess he just hasn't been doing like his normal Debo thing, but
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know if it's ever gonna really turn around.
Daniel
though,
Jones
the target,
released.
Daniel
What?
Jones released?
Yeah.
wow.
Oh my god.
Released by, that was
That's
10 minutes ago.
insane. Just straight up cut.
what
mean,
do
he
they
gave
get by
his-
cutting him.
Your fantasy team.
Are they hoping somebody picks him up?
Imagine Raiders pick him up right before
Chiefs
game
actually
time.
start
Someone
him.
should. The Giants are eating 47 mil. Probably just getting it out of the way. They're like, we're done with him. Fuck it. Or maybe he has to be released.
Wow. That's like that's pretty surprising to be honest.
Yeah.
Isn't he
to be
on
honest,
Joe's team?
He was. I think maybe he dropped him.
No, I think he's still on. No, he's right here. He's on Joe's team.
You think any team picks him up this year?
Not this season.
I'm not sure what the money implications are. I feel like most teams probably don't have the pick
But
up.
I don't know if they would be on the hook for any of it.
I'm not sure. Yeah.
It kind of feels like a Russell Wilson situation where the Steelers
Maybe.
got him for like $1 million.
We don't really see this.
Yeah, I know.
we never
it's-
see
it's
this like
weird.
in mid-season happen, so I'm not really sure. Yeah, I just think I think Joe's team is really bad actually, and I think his only hope here is that Pacheco doesn't come back to a big role.
I'm pretty sure Joe has to play me again since he plays Dallas. When we're in Dallas, and that could be.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's like in my opinion, there's no real difference makers on Joe's team right now except for Kareem Hunt because of that matchup. Whereas like Andrew's team feels like it has.
JSN versus Arizona could be good though.
Yeah.
He's
Could
been
be,
pretty
yeah.
consistent, and that's a good passing script.
Dobbs against 49ers again. Going back to that game, I
Still
feel like
good.
is a good one.
Yeah.
Stroud versus Tennessee's cooked. Like he's just, I don't know what the fuck's wrong with him, but he needs to lock in.
He could have an okay game now with Nico back, but I don't know. I just feel like Knicks, Barkley, Mixon, Puka can all put up 25 or 30.
Andrew's
Yeah,
team is low key kind of good. Like I didn't realize.
It's not even low key. He's like, he's
Yeah.
doing
I think
hot.
I mean, I was talking down on it before. I actually really like Andrew's team. I just,
His flex spot's questionable.
yeah,
Yeah,
it
but
feels like it kind of just
sure.
falls off a cliff kind of quick.
I feel like that's
but-
kind of normal or default if you don't have like if you haven't gotten a
Like
good
his
team
first
so far.
4 guys, elite.
I mean, JMO's good too.
JMO is really good.
Yeah.
JMO's
a lot
good.
of-
I think like Debo as your 6th best player. Like, sure, he's been bad, but like, you really think he's just not gonna do anything the rest of the season?
Yeah.
Kind of.
He's still getting a lot of usage, even if he's not being efficient with it.
Yeah, this is Andrew.
Yeah.
I'm taking Andrew's side,
Yep.
sadly.
Sounds good. All right. Next matchup here, we got Nate versus JL.
Big start.
50-50.
The fact that he got 15 from Judy last night was big.
True.
And he dropped a touchdown.
Yeah.
Nate's team is really turning up, though.
Judy's been so sneaky good. Sutton's been
All
sneaky
his wide
good.
receivers went from
Really?
shit to sneaky great.
Yeah. Jonnu Smith is also, I think, a
Bro.
really good option at tight end.
I wanted to pick up Jonnu Smith earlier in the season, and your dumbass put in a max tight end rule.
Yeah, we do have that. Someone got clipped the other day on that too. You can't roster more than like it was either 2 or 3. Yeah,
Yeah,
It's
I think it's
definitely,
three.
I can
Three.
definitely have 3.
you can have
I think
3.
it's
can't have
you
4.
can't have 4,
Yeah.
which is just kind of useless with a league with small benches like this because the bench size forces.
No, I agree. I mean, why didn't
Yeah.
you bring it up at that time?
Because I'm not gonna get a rule changed
He's just not gonna
in the
bitch.
middle
He's
of
a good
in the
guy.
middle of a season.
Last
He's
ain't
a
a
waiver
rat.
guy I
He
haven't
just-
picked up yet.
I mean, it didn't have to be a bitching. You could have just been like, "Why are we maxed at 4?"
He's
What was
just-
Jonnu Smith? I wasn't gonna
He's the
Then don't
Justin
fucking
Herbert
bring
of
it up now.
quarterbacks.
Come
He's
on.
just not gonna. He's not gonna
bring it
talk.
up whenever I want.
Just not gonna
There's
produce,
no
not gonna
statues
talk.
of
He's gonna
limitations.
produce. So he's just not gonna talk.
All right, let's see. You got JT, tough matchup. Herb, good. Buck, good. Zay, tough. Dill.
That Monday night game is really just going to be everything.
This just
for
feels like
you.
a good matchup. Just
You
a
having
classic
Bucky,
good
him having
matchup.
fucking Rashad White is gonna be a movie.
Mhm.
That backfield's so 50-50.
But every game hasn't felt bad.
No,
like having
no,
starting
like-
Bucky every
Yeah,
week.
Bucky's great.
It's just
felt
good
good,
every
yeah.
week.
He's
Yeah.
a great player.
I think I would take your side here. I still feel like, despite how like Ridley and Sutton and those guys are playing, they still feel like they have bust potential any given week.
You need
for
Zay
sure.
Jones to dial it back in.
I
You need Zay
know.
Flowers. Sorry.
Yeah, Zay Flowers. I don't know what he's been doing.
I feel like
He's missed a bunch of easy catches.
yeah,
the
I think
last
he had like
couple
one bad
games.
game though. No,
He's had 2 in the span, but nothing crazy.
I mean
The touchdown last week saved you. But,
It's just bad timing because I lost by like a very little the times that
Yeah.
he fucked up.
yeah.
The variance. you know.
Yeah.
Jawan Jennings for Nate, probably a fucking beast.
I think Jair Alexander might be out too.
Which is why I kind of feel like the Niners could have a good day on offense. But,
Brendan Allen about to go crazy.
B. Allen,
Yeah.
about to set a career high.
yeah, we need to
Brendan
get
Allen,
healthy,
Josh
though.
Dobbs. I'm about to pick both of them up just in case.
Might not be a bad move.
You're not allowed to roster.
Too many quarterbacks. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. I already have Ritter. I have Mac Jones. I have Trevor Lawrence. I have fucking Joe Burrow.
Yeah, you are.
None of them are
playing.
playing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm about to have 5 QBs
Oh, this
not
is
playing.
a great fucking matchup. I'm gonna take JL's side.
I'm sneaky gonna take Nate to keep the run going. Like I think his matchups are great. I think it's a very close game. I think it all comes down to Lamar Jackson, Chargers, Monday Night Football. That's really where we're gonna see it. But yeah, both of they get so close. I feel like, and they both have good matchups.
I'm gonna take JL if he takes my trade. If not, then it's Nate all the
What's
way.
the trade?
Basically, same thing I offered you, but for Lad.
I'm gonna take JL if he gives me Jonathan Taylor.
The amount of
How
trade
much does
offers,
how much does my vote count to you?
0.
All right, what about
No,
I mean, I
no,
tried
no.
to.
what? ab-
No trades.
I
we
tried
gotta
to
get
sneaky
we gotta get done with
Baker
this.
off you just like as a
All right.
shot, but that's just because I need another quarterback.
He just sneaky wants to do you a favor and take the QB4 off your hands. Yeah.
Last matchup here, we got Sexy versus Adam. Adam, not a
Taking
great
Adam.
Thursday night.
Oof.
Elijah Moore 5 points. David Njoku 4 points.
Dude's got Kendrick Bourne in his lineup. What?
That's insane. I mean, I guess he doesn't technically have a better option, but it feels like the waiver wire probably does.
Yeah.
He's deciding to go Will Levis over Bryce Young, which probably is a good move considering the matchups.
Yeah, I think Levis will have a decent game this week.
I kind of think Adam, like obviously you do the trade to get Drake May, right?
Listen,
But like if it costs you this week because you're exchanging Mike Evans for basically
he could
Kendrick
get
Bourne.
a total of 10 points out of Kendrick Bourne, Elijah Moore, and Njoku, and Henry, McCaffrey, Achane, and Amon-Ra could combine for fucking 120.
Billion.
I guess so.
Like, it don't even matter.
yeah,
at
it feels
that
like I say the
point.
same thing about Adam
Every
every single
week.
week, and it doesn't matter.
Doesn't
Yeah.
matter. He has
Achane's
so
going to
much
get you
star
20.
power.
Amon-Ra's going to get you 25.
His lineup does look a little uglier this week than usual, though. I'm not sure why, but it does. Having Drake May was such a big get for him. Just having one stable QB that he doesn't have to worry about. Sexy's team continues to look good on paper, but like not really.
Elite neighbors now with no Danny Dimes.
Yeah.
Malik,
There's
DJ
just
Moore
no
is
way it's better with
atrocious.
DeVito.
No.
Yeah.
Malik's
at best,
chalk.
it's lateral.
DJ stinks. Lamb has nobody to throw him the ball. Cooper Rush had 55 pass attempts last game. Not happening again.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go with Adam.
Yeah, I guess
But
so.
sneaky
I don't really
Will
know
Dissly
why,
might
but-
carry the squad.
You already had 2 players play bad. Yeah, whatever. Adam.
I mean, he's honestly like projections wise, it's still kind of 50-50.
I'm going Adam.
I do really like James Conner and Brian Robinson, though. I feel like those guys can break this week.
Yeah, those two can put up big weeks, and then if he has like one of his receivers pop off, he'd
His
probably
receivers,
do well.
again, on paper look fantastic. They just stink.
Division gets really interesting if Sexy wins.
I guess, yeah, what does it look like if we can go to that next? I think we're done with matchup.
If Sexy were to win, he would have 6. Adam would have 6 wins. And then, depending on your matchup,
Sexy
you could
would
have
have
6
6
or 7.
wins.
If he won, he would have 6,
I have more fucking points in. That's so sad.
Yeah.
Sexy almost has the least points in the league.
1236 for Casey. 10-1 my ass.
That'd be nuts if Sexy won and Nate won, and all of a sudden your division is 6 wins, 6 wins, 6 wins, 5 wins with 2 weeks left.
The true oats.
Yeah.
That would be fucking electric.
I think that's what I'm rooting for, to be honest.
I'm
Like,
kind of rooting for that too now.
let's get some chaos in here. And then, all right, real quickly, let's do this rapid fire. We got Bozo. So if you don't know, the lowest scoring player from last week has to place a 12-man parlay of anytime touchdown scores picked by everyone in the league. Kind of explained that horribly, but you'll figure it out if you download Pickett. Follow Nick. If you use the link down below, it'll take you to that
Actually,
page.
now follows me.
Does it?
Yep.
Okay.
Changed.
Damn.
Either way, if you go to any of our profiles, it's like a social app, and we'll be following each other, so you could find our profiles through like the following followers tabs.
Super easy.
So, Jo, let's start with you on the other side of the couch. Who's scoring a touchdown on your team in Week 12?
Do we go Zay?
I mean, it's a great week to do it.
You don't like Buckenstein?
Oh, Bucky versus the Giants? I mean,
Kelsey
yeah,
at Carolina
like a
feels
lock.
good too.
I don't know if you could go wrong with anybody on your team.
Yeah, I like
What about
Kelsey.
Lad McConkey?
I love
Don't hate
Lad.
that either.
He hasn't been big.
Love Lad.
He's a big touchdown
Touchdown
guy,
dudes,
but
yeah.
I would honestly go Zay. I mean, Zay bounced back. Chargers just gave up 3 touchdowns to T and Jamar.
Let's go Zay.
I like it. Go and say Monday
You get to
night.
cheer for your team. Yeah, I mean,
You can't lose it for the parlay until Monday.
If all of the other legs of the parlay hit, and then
Zay
the only
doesn't?
one left is Zay on Monday
you got to
night,
just pay it out, right?
Right.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Gut.
Since Joe's doing it, I mean, since Jack's doing it, might as well put 100 on it like he does everything else, just spice it up a little bit.
There we go. You got a Desmond Ritter for the
You
value.
think I'm not? Doesn't remember a little sneaky Russian touchdown?
Pick your fucking guy.
Tracy.
I'm probably going to go, I feel like I got to go DK versus Arizona.
I like it.
Not bad.
Feels like a perfect matchup.
All right, Nick. Kyron's so due.
I don't trust that. I don't trust anyone.
Kyron is incredibly
Pierce
due.
versus Detroit, though?
I almost want to
Sneaky
keep
value?
double down on A. Rich.
Really?
I feel like he's just gonna go rush crazy the rest of the year. Nah, AJ Brown hasn't scored in like 5-6 weeks. It's got to be AJ.
Maybe Devonta Smith ends up not playing. Huge.
I'll go Brown.
For my team, don't feel good about anybody. I guess it's got to be Tyreek, though, right? Tyreek or bust against the Pats. Bad defense.
Could go
Tyreek.
Rocket or Swift.
Yeah. Swift against Minnesota. Probably get great odds for that. I'm locking in Tyreek. Again, if you want to see the full Bozo parlay, make sure you download Pickett. Click the link. It'll have you follow Gut. You can see the other 8 plays there. And after that, that's all we got. That was the Week 12 matchup preview for your already Leaguemates. Make sure you like this video. Subscribe to the channel. We'll be back in a couple days for the recap. Big recap.
I ain't down.